episode covers policy shifts in Germany for plug-in hybrids, trends in the used EV market for the BMW iX, a price move in Cadillac's luxury EV lineup, strong October sales in India driven by GST changes and festivals, and a striking surge in EV purchases in Singapore, where nearly half of Category A COEs are now going to electric vehicles. Welcome back to Autonews Daily. I'm Leah Morgan. Let's dive into today's headlines. Germany is weighing a proposal that would require plug-in hybrid vehicles to be charged regularly, rather than relying primarily on their internal combustion engines. The proposal is aimed at ensuring PHEVs contribute meaningfully to emissions reductions by using their electric capability more often, and it has ignited debate across industry and consumer groups. For automakers that sell PHEVs, mandatory charging would shift expectations around vehicle software, customer education, and after-sales services, as manufacturers may need to provide clearer incentives and tools so owners actually plug in. Beyond the policy text, the discussion highlights a core challenge in the transition to electrification: how to align vehicle capability with real-world use. PHEVs were introduced as a bridge technology, offering electric driving for short trips and combustion backup for longer journeys. But regulators and environmental advocates have grown concerned that many owners treat them like conventional cars, rarely charging them and thereby reaping limited emissions benefits. If Germany moves forward with a charging requirement, we could see guidelines or enforcement mechanisms that range from simple owner reminders and telematics-based incentives to stricter certification rules for PHEV incentives. The automotive industry will be watching closely, because similar measures in any major market can influence PHEV development strategies, warranty terms, and even future powertrain investments. Next, we turn to the used electric vehicle market, where recent coverage has focused on pricing trends for the BMW iX. Observers are tracking how residual values for flagship EV models are evolving as the market matures and more examples enter the secondary market. For potential buyers and fleet managers, used pricing patterns for premium electric SUVs like the iX are an important signal. They shape leasing returns, affect total cost of ownership calculations, and influence purchasing decisions for both new and used inventory. What makes the iX particularly interesting is its positioning as a luxury, technology-forward EV that was launched with a premium price tag. That means its used market behavior offers a test case for how luxury EVs hold value compared with their combustion counterparts and compared with mainstream EVs. Factors that will determine used prices include the pace of battery degradation, perceived software support and updates, the availability of newer models with improved range or tech, and how the resale market values features like fast charging capability and advanced driver assistance systems. Dealers, remarketers, and independent buyers will all be parsing these dynamics to judge when and how to buy or sell iX examples and similar vehicles. Shifting to the luxury end of the market, Cadillac has announced a price increase for the 2026 Celestiq, its hand-built flagship EV. The move reflects broader pressures in the luxury EV segment, where high development costs, materials, and limited production runs can compel manufacturers to adjust pricing to protect margins and brand positioning. For buyers of ultra-luxury electric cars, pricing adjustments are part of an evolving dialogue about exclusivity, value, and the long-term costs of pioneering new technologies. For Cadillac, the Celestiq was always presented as a statement, a halo model meant to showcase design, craftsmanship, and technology direction. A price increase underscores the tension automakers face between using such models as loss leaders or image builders and ensuring those vehicles remain financially sustainable within a brand's portfolio. Observers will want to see whether the price change affects order books, wait times, or the competitive landscape among other luxury marques that are also refining their EV strategies. From luxury marque moves to mass market momentum, October auto sales in India posted a notable performance, with Maruti and Tata Motors driving record sales amid a GST rate cut to 20% and strong festive season demand. The combination of tax policy adjustment and traditional seasonal consumer spending created a tailwind for dealers and manufacturers, producing a sales spike that industry analysts are flagging as significant for the market's near-term health. For domestic automakers, this kind of demand window matters for production planning, inventory management, and marketing strategies heading into the year-end. The broader takeaway from India's October performance is how fiscal policy and consumer sentiment interact in automotive markets. A GST change can quickly alter the effective price of vehicles, and when that coincides with festival-driven buying behavior, the result can be a concentrated surge in transactions. Manufacturers that anticipated the trend and adjusted allocations to their best-selling models likely benefited most, while others may scramble to convert pent-up interest into sustained growth. This episode will be watched as a case study for how policy decisions and cultural calendars influence vehicle sales cycles in large, price-sensitive markets. If you're enjoying this show and find the coverage useful, please take a moment to follow or subscribe to Autonews Daily. Your support helps us keep bringing timely, verified updates from the automotive world every weekday. Finally, the most read story today. In Singapore, nearly half of Category A certificates of entitlement issued recently have gone to electric vehicles, and EVs now account for 43% of new car sales so far in 2025. That is a striking figure in a market known for tight vehicle quotas and careful regulation of car ownership. The shift signals strong consumer appetite for electrified mobility in a dense urban environment where total cost of ownership calculations, incentives, and regulatory design intersect to accelerate adoption. There are several implications worth unpacking. First, the high share of COEs going to EVs suggests that policy measures, incentives, and urban priorities are aligning to make electric cars an attractive option for a large portion of buyers. Second, the accelerated uptake poses planning questions for charging infrastructure, electricity demand, and grid management, as a rapid electrification of the passenger fleet requires commensurate investments in accessible and reliable public and private charging points. Third, manufacturers and dealers operating in Singapore will need to respond to evolving consumer preferences, possibly adjusting their lineups, marketing, and after-sales services to cater to an EV-first market. This trend in Singapore also acts as an indicator for investors and manufacturers watching small but influential markets. When a jurisdiction with strict vehicle controls and high urban density tilts decisively toward EVs, it can presage demand patterns that other cities and countries aim to emulate. At the same time, it raises practical questions about vehicle life cycle, battery recycling, and the secondary market in a place where turnover has traditionally been influenced by policy cycles. Thank you for listening. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest developments across electrification, policy, pricing, and market shifts in the global auto industry. Thank you and see you tomorrow.